Hello grade 9. Ang topic po natin ngayon is about rational exponent and radical expressions. So, first objective is to illustrate the expressions with rational exponents. Write the radical expressions to expressions with radical exponents or vice versa. And apply the different laws of radicals. And then, of course, value the knowledge that you have accumulated. And for the new understanding. So, ayan. Ano nga ba ang radical? So, ang radical po, it is an exponential number whose exponent is a rational number that can be expressed as radical. So, ayan. Ito po yung different parts of a radical. So, ito yung tinatawag na coefficient of the radical, yung nakasulat in capital number. Ayan, naka-big number. And then, it is the index. Or the root. Siya yung nagsasabi ko pang ilang root siya. And then, the radicand inside the radical sign. So, ito yung radical symbol. If the index is not shown, halimbawa dito, walang nakalagay na number, it is understood that the index is 2. Halimbawa, square root. Hindi na po yun sinusulat. So, ayan po. Pero, ang cube root, 4th, 5th root ay nilalagay dito. Ayan. Example, ano ba ang difference ng exponential to radical? So, halimbawa, ang given na exponential. So, alamin muna natin iba't ibang parts, no? So, ito po yung tinatawag na exponent, and this is our base. So, yan 3, malalaman nyo mamaya kung ano to. So, punta muna tayo kay radical. So, sa radical, it is our, pagdating dito, magiging radicand. And then, ito yung tinatawag na radical sign. This is our yan. Yung tinasabi ko kanina, the index. So, mapapansin natin, yung base at saka ang radicand, so, sila po yung magkapareho. So, ibig sabihin, in exponential to radical, so, yung base, ilalagay natin sa radicand. And then, the exponent, hindi na natin ilalagay dito kasi understood na 1. And then, yung denominator na 3 will be your index. Okay? So, the denominator, hindi na po natin nilalagay as 2 kung siya ay square root. Pero kung hindi po, halimbawa, 3rd to 4th, yan, ilalagay po natin. At ito po, it is read as cube root of 8. Okay? Another example. So, naka-exponential tayo. So, alam naman natin, ito ang base, ito yung exponent, this is the denominator, which will indicate the index. Ayan. So, read as the square root of 12 raised to the 3rd power. So, ito yung ating index. So, yung denominator, exponent, ayan. The base, ito yung base, ito yung magiging radicand. Okay? So, it's read as the square root of 12 raised to the 3rd power. Ayan. So, index, ito yung base, ito yung radicand. And then, yan yung ating exponent. So, diba? Napakadali. So, when changing the exponential number to rational exponent, whose denominator is 2, so, hindi na po natin nilalagay yung index. So, dito, nilagay ko muna para makita niyo po. Okay? Pero next time, hindi na yan ilalagay. Yan. And then, examples tayo na exponential to radical or vice versa. So, 5 and raised to 1/4. So, magiging, so, into radical form ay 4th root of 5. Yan, diba? So, ito yung base, radicand. Ito yung magiging index natin. Exponent na 1, so nandito yan. Next example is 4 raised to 3/2. So, ito yung ating exponent index. So, kapag isusulat natin, base 4, 3 is the exponent, 2 is the index. Ayan, hindi na po natin nilagay kasi understood na yan ay the square root of 4 raised to the 3rd power. What if naka-radical? Ayan. So, alam naman natin na siya ang base, siya ang exponent, ito yung index. So, ayan, 8 raised to 4 over the index 2. So, ganun lang po kasimple. Okay? So, ito po yung iba't ibang law ng radicals. Actually, ang law ng radicals ay almost same lang naman siya ng law ng mga integral exponents. So, nagkakaiba lang is naka-radical siya. Ayan. So, nth root or of a raised to another root. So, ang una nyo gagawin is to write it into exponential form. So, ayan. So, exponential, ito yung base natin, ito yung index, which is the denominator, ito yung exponent. So, ayan, 1 over n raised to n. So, ang gawin na next na is multiply. 1 times n is equal to n. So, yung base. So, n over n is equal to 1. So, the answer is A. So, that will be the nth root of A raised to the nth power is equal to A. Next law, ayan. Product naman po ng dalawang radicals. Magkaiba yung base, pero pareho yung root. Okay? So, kung magkaiba po ang base, all you have to do is get their product, express it as the same index. So, mangyayari ganyan. Exponential form muna tayo. So, A raised to 1 over n, B raised to 1 over n. Since isa lang naman ang index nila, ayan. A times B is AB raised to 1 over n, and then radical tayo. Ayan. So, since ang base is AB, ay di nandyan sa loob, raised to 1 over n. So, simple as that. Third example. Ayan. Express as a quotient. Magkaiba pa rin ang base, pero same ang index. So, exponential muna tayo. A raised to 1 over n, B raised to 1 over n. O, diba? And then, since magkaibang base na quotient, isa lang naman ang index, so, express natin as, ayan, pag-isahin, and then, radical. So, the radicand is A over B, and to the nth root. Diba? Napakadali lang. And then, fourth, ayan, a root to another root. Ayan. Ang gulo, ano? So, ang gagawin natin, express it. So, A raised to 1 over n. So, ito yung index niya, exponent. Kasi another root yan eh. Yan. A raised to 1 over n raised to 1 over n. So, siya yung pinaka-labas. Silang dalawa muna bago siya yung pinaka-huli. And then, product, 1 times 1 is 1. M times n. Alphabetical order po tayo, kaya naging mn. So, A raised to 1 over m and n. Since A ang ating base, so kaya nandun siya sa loob ng radical sign. And the index is the product of m and n. Okay? Apply natin ang different law of radical. So, ang given po natin is naka-radical siya. So, ibabalik natin siya into exponential. So, alam naman natin na si 12 is the base, 2 is the index, so that will be your denominator, ito yung numerator, exponent. Kaya naging 12 raised to 3 over 2. Ayan. So, 12 is equal to 1/3 raised to its exponent. So, ayan. 3 times 1 is 3 over 3. So, 3 over 3 is 1. So, the answer is 12. Number 2. So, product tayo ng radicals. Magkaiba ang base, pero same ang index. So, ayan. 4 times 8, kaya ayan. To the 5th root. 4 times 8 is 32 to the 5th root. Bakit 2? Kasi, we are going, ano ba ang 5th root ng 32? So, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, lamang beses mong i-multiply yung 2 sa sarili niya. So, the answer is 32. So, meaning, extract po natin yung 5th root ni 32. So, ganun po siya. Okay? And then, last, so the quotient. So, the square root of 18 over the square root of 2. So, ang gagawin po natin dito is, find the, ano ba to? Simplify, 18 divided by 2 is 9. Tama ba? Ayan. Kaya 9. And since 9 is a perfect square, so the square root of 9 is 3. So, extract po natin. So, the answer is 3 because 3 times 3 is 9. So, ganun lang po siya ka-simple. So, sana naintindihan nyo at may natutunan. So, thank you very much and God bless.